Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever felt like something big is about to happen, but you just can't put your finger on it? Like the ground beneath you is shifting and your whole world is about to flip upside down, for better or worse. Well, what if I told you those feelings aren't random? What if your life is sending you secret signals, warning you that a massive change is coming? And what if catching those signs early could mean the difference between being ready and being caught off guard? Today, I'm going to show you exactly what those signs look like. The clues that tell you, loud and clear, your life is about to change. Stick with me, because once you know these signs, you'll never be the same again. Get ready to unlock the next chapter of your life. You ever get that feeling deep inside, like something is stirring, something you can't quite explain, but it's pulling you in a new direction? That mix of excitement and unease. That's your first big sign that your life is about to change. It's like your soul is whispering, get ready, something's coming. And here's the thing, feeling uncomfortable doesn't always mean something bad. Sometimes discomfort is the universe's way of shaking you up, pushing you out of your comfort zone, telling you it's time to grow. Think about a seed buried underground. It's dark, cramped, and probably a little scary for that seed. But that darkness is necessary. The seed has to break through the soil, which isn't easy. It has to push and struggle. And yes, it feels uncomfortable. But that struggle is exactly what allows the seed to grow into something beautiful, something new. That's what this feeling is in your life. You might be in the soil right now, feeling the pressure, feeling restless, but that means you're ready to break through. When you start to notice this restless feeling, that excitement mixed with nervousness, don't run from it. Don't try to push it away or ignore it because it feels unfamiliar. Lean into it. This feeling is telling you that you're ready for more. Maybe your job isn't fulfilling you anymore, or the relationship you're in isn't lifting you up. Maybe your daily routine feels like it's on repeat, and you're starting to realize you're meant for bigger things. That discomfort is a signal, a nudge that your current situation is no longer enough and you're on the edge of something new. It's important to remember that change rarely comes wrapped in comfort. If it did, everyone would chase it. Change comes wrapped in uncertainty, and that's what scares people the most. But you're different. You feel that spark inside, and that's why you're still here, listening, ready to move forward. That spark is your future self trying to reach you, telling you not to settle for the way things are, but to reach for what could be. This feeling also helps you become more aware of what's holding you back. When you're comfortable, you tend to ignore the signs that something needs to change. But when discomfort kicks in, it forces you to face the truth. It forces you to take a closer look at your life and ask the hard questions. Am I happy? Am I growing? Am I moving toward the life I want? Those questions can be scary, but they are necessary, because until you face them, the change you need won't come. Now, here's something powerful. That excitement you feel alongside the discomfort, that's your motivation. It's what fuels your courage to take the first step, even when you're scared. That excitement is hope. The hope that there's something better waiting for you. It's the feeling of possibility. Without that mix of emotions, you might stay stuck where you are, but with it, you start to believe change is possible. And let me tell you this, that feeling won't last forever. It's a brief window, a moment when you have the chance to act before fear or doubt creep back in and hold you down. When you notice this feeling, you have to grab it with both hands and run with it. Don't wait until the discomfort gets too painful or the excitement fades. Take that energy, that mix of nervousness and hope, and use it as your launching pad. Many people miss this sign because it feels scary or confusing. They wait for things to get comfortable again, or they try to ignore that restless feeling. But growth never happens by ignoring those signals. Growth happens when you lean in, when you say, I might be scared, but I'm ready for what's next. So, if you're sitting here feeling that stir inside, maybe a little uncomfortable, maybe a little excited, know that feeling is your biggest clue. It's the universe telling you that your life is about to change. And when you step into that change, you'll look back and realize that discomfort was your greatest gift. It was the push you needed to break through and become the person you were always meant to be. Don't be afraid of that feeling. Embrace it, follow it, because on the other side of that discomfort is a new chapter, a new you, and a life that's waiting to be lived fully. This is your moment. Get ready to change. Have you ever noticed how life sometimes feels like it's giving you little signs, subtle hints that something big is about to happen? These signs might seem small or even confusing at first, but if you pay close attention, they reveal the truth your life is about to change. The second big sign to watch out for is that things around you begin to shift in unexpected ways. Maybe relationships start to feel different, or opportunities come knocking that don't quite fit your usual pattern. This isn't a coincidence. This is life rearranging itself, preparing the stage for your next chapter. When you start to notice that the people, places, and even your daily routine are changing, it's a clear message that the status quo can no longer hold you. It's as if the universe is clearing out the old to make room for the new. This can be uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Imagine you're cleaning out a closet that's been stuffed full for years. You have to pull everything out, decide what to keep, what to toss, and what to donate. It's a messy process, but it's the only way to create space for fresh, new things. Life works the same way. Sometimes these changes come through relationships. People who were once close to you may start to drift away, or you may feel less connected to them. This can hurt, but it's a natural part of growth. When you're evolving, not everyone is going to grow with you, and that's okay. This shift forces you to reevaluate who deserves your time and energy. It's a process of pruning, cutting away the dead branches to help the tree grow stronger and taller. When you recognize that some relationships are changing or ending, don't panic or cling too tightly. Instead, see it as a sign that your life is evolving and you're making room for healthier, more supportive connections. Changes can also show up in your career or daily habits. Maybe a job that once felt comfortable now feels limiting. Or perhaps you're finding yourself drawn to new interests or ideas you never considered before. This growing awareness is another signal that you're ready to move forward. It's the inner voice pushing you towards something bigger and better. Pay attention to these subtle nudges because they're the breadcrumbs leading you out of your comfort zone and into your purpose. Even the environment around you can shift. You might find yourself craving a change of scenery, a new home, or different experiences. You might feel restless and unsettled in your current surroundings. This is your spirit asking for a fresh start, an opportunity to expand beyond what you've known. Don't dismiss these feelings. They are part of the transformation process and point to a need for growth. One of the hardest parts about this stage is that the changes are often unpredictable. They can come suddenly and shake up your world. That's why it's important to stay open and flexible. Resistance only makes the process harder. Think of yourself like water. If you hold tight and resist, you create tension and stress. But if you flow with the changes, even when they're uncomfortable, you move more easily into your new life. Another important aspect of this sign is learning to trust the process. When things around you shift, it's easy to feel lost or confused. You might ask yourself, why is this happening? Where am I going? These are normal questions, but don't let them trap you in fear or doubt. Instead, remind yourself that change is a natural part of life. It's not happening to break you, but to build you. Every change is a step closer to the life you're meant to live. You'll also notice that as your external world changes, your inner world starts to shift too. Your beliefs, values, and priorities begin to realign with the new direction your life is heading. This internal change is just as important as the external one. When your inside matches your outside, that's when real transformation happens. You start living authentically with more clarity and purpose. In these moments of change, it's crucial to practice patience and self-compassion. Change doesn't happen overnight, and the process can be messy and slow. You might feel like you're losing control, but trust that this chaos is temporary. It's the soil being turned before the seeds sprout. Give yourself grace to move through this period without judgment or frustration. So if you notice that your relationships are shifting, your daily life is feeling unsettled, or your interests and surroundings are changing, pay attention. These are clear signs that your life is about to change. Instead of fearing these shifts, welcome them. Embrace the new opportunities they bring. Know that by allowing these changes to happen, you're preparing yourself for a future filled with growth, success, and happiness. Remember, change is not your enemy. It's your greatest ally. When you learn to read these signs and flow with them, you step into the power of transformation. You become the person you were always meant to be. So stay alert, stay open, and get ready to welcome the amazing changes coming your way. Your new life is just around the corner. One of the clearest signs that your life is about to change is that you start feeling a strong urge to let go of things that no longer serve you. This feeling can come as a deep restlessness, a sense that something is holding you back or weighing you down. It might be old habits, toxic relationships, limiting beliefs, or even possessions that you cling to out of comfort or fear of the unknown. Whatever it is, you'll feel this internal push to release it, and that's a powerful indication that transformation is near. Letting go is never easy. Our natural instinct is to hold on tightly to what's familiar, even if it's harmful or no longer helpful. We get used to certain routines, people, or mindsets because they feel safe. But what if safety is just an illusion and the real growth lies on the other side of discomfort? When you begin to sense that holding on is actually stopping your progress, that's the moment to face your fears and start the process of releasing. This urge to let go doesn't come from a place of defeat or giving up. It comes from a place of wisdom and self-awareness. It's your inner voice telling you that you deserve better, that you're ready for something greater. When you listen to this voice, you open the door to new opportunities, new relationships, and new ways of thinking. It's like clearing out the clutter in your mind and life to make room for fresh energy to flow in. Letting go means accepting that some things are not meant to be permanent. Whether it's a toxic friendship, a job that drains you, or old patterns of thinking that limit your potential, recognizing when to release these is crucial. You may feel guilt, sadness, or fear during this process, and that's normal. But don't let these emotions keep you stuck. Instead, understand that these feelings are part of healing and growth. Another important part of this sign is learning to trust yourself through the process of letting go. When you step away from something familiar, it can feel like stepping into the dark. You might wonder if you're making the right choice or if you're throwing away something valuable. But the truth is, you don't have to have all the answers right away. Trusting yourself means believing that even if you can't see the whole path, you have the strength and wisdom to navigate it one step at a time. Letting go also means forgiving yourself and others. Holding on to grudges, resentment, or self-blame only keeps you chained to the past. Forgiveness is not about excusing bad behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of pain and anger. When you forgive, you reclaim your power and create space for healing and positive change. As you start to let go, you may notice a shift in your energy and mindset. You become lighter, more focused, and more open to new possibilities. This shift is a clear sign that you are moving toward a better version of yourself. It's like shedding an old skin and stepping into fresh, vibrant life. It's also important to remember that letting go is a process, not a one-time event. Sometimes you have to release things gradually, and that's okay. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small victories, like recognizing when a thought or behavior no longer serves you or distancing yourself from a draining relationship. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you want. When you honor this urge to let go, you set yourself up to receive more of what you deserve: peace, happiness, success, and meaningful connections. The energy you free up from releasing the old creates space for the new to enter. And often, the new comes in ways you never expected, but that fit perfectly with your true path. So if you find yourself feeling restless, uncomfortable, or aware that something needs to change, pay attention. That feeling is your invitation to let go. Don't resist it. Embrace it as a sign that your life is ready for transformation. The courage to release what holds you back is the key that unlocks your future. Remember, letting go doesn't mean losing. It means making room for growth. It's a powerful act of self-love and self-respect. When you learn to let go, you become magnetic to better opportunities, better relationships, and a better life. So listen to that inner voice, trust yourself, and step boldly into the change that's waiting for you. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. When you start to notice that your perspective on life is changing, that's a powerful sign your life is about to shift in a big way. This kind of change often begins with a transformation in how you see yourself, others, and the world around you. It's like putting on a new pair of glasses that bring everything into clearer focus, revealing possibilities and truths that were hidden before. This shift in perspective is more than just thinking differently. It's a deep inner awakening that affects your emotions, choices, and actions. This change usually happens gradually, but sometimes it can feel sudden and overwhelming. You might find yourself questioning old beliefs and values that once seemed solid. Things that used to bother you no longer have the same power, and you start to understand that much of what shaped your reality was based on assumptions or fears. This realization is freeing because it gives you the chance to rewrite your story and create a new path. When your perspective changes, you stop seeing obstacles as permanent barriers. Instead, you begin to view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. This shift is crucial because it changes your entire approach to life. Instead of feeling stuck or defeated, you feel empowered and hopeful. You realize that the power to change your circumstances has always been within you, and you just needed to see it clearly. Part of this new perspective involves recognizing the role of your thoughts and attitudes. How you think about yourself and your situation can either limit you or set you free. For example, if you've always believed that you're not good enough or that success is for others but not for you, changing that belief opens up new doors. When you start to think differently, your actions follow, and your life begins to reflect those new thoughts. Another important aspect of this change is learning to see people differently. When your perspective shifts, you might begin to feel more compassion and understanding toward others, even those who have hurt or disappointed you. This doesn't mean you accept bad treatment or let people walk all over you, but you see that everyone is on their own journey, dealing with their own struggles. This understanding can reduce anger and resentment, freeing you emotionally and making your relationships healthier. You'll also notice that your priorities start to shift. Things that once seemed urgent or important might lose their weight. while new values come to the forefront. Maybe you start valuing peace of mind over constant business, or choose meaningful connections over shallow interactions. This shift helps you focus on what truly matters and align your life with your authentic self. Changing your perspective also means you begin to take more responsibility for your happiness and success. Instead of blaming circumstances, other people, or bad luck, you see that your mindset and actions have a huge impact on your life. This realization is empowering because it puts you back in control. You become the driver of your own destiny, making decisions that support your growth and well-being. This transformation in perspective doesn't happen overnight. It takes self-reflection, openness, and sometimes discomfort. You may have to confront painful truths about yourself or your past. But through this process, you gain wisdom and strength. You learn that growth often requires stepping outside your comfort zone and being willing to see the world in a new way. When you embrace this new way of seeing things, you start attracting different experiences. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach begin to appear. People who align with your values and vision come into your life. Doors open, sometimes unexpectedly, because your energy and mindset have shifted. You become magnetic to the positive changes you desire. It's important to remember that changing your perspective doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on what empowers you and helps you grow. It means letting go of limiting beliefs and replacing them with thoughts that support your goals and happiness. As you become aware of this change in perspective, you might also notice a new sense of peace. The inner turmoil and confusion start to fade, replaced by clarity and confidence. You understand that life's ups and downs are part of the journey, and you're equipped to handle them with grace. This new perspective is like a seed planted in your mind that, when nurtured, grows into a strong tree. The roots of this tree are your beliefs, values, and experiences, and its branches reach out toward your dreams and goals. The more you cultivate this perspective, the more your life blossoms. So, if you find yourself beginning to see things differently, don't ignore it. That shift in perspective is a sign that your life is ready to change for the better. Embrace it with curiosity and courage. Allow yourself to grow, to learn, and to step into a new way of living. When your mind opens to new possibilities, your life follows. This change in how you see the world is the key to unlocking your next level. It's a powerful, beautiful transformation that sets the stage for everything you want to achieve. When you start to notice that your energy is different, that's a clear sign your life is about to change. Energy is not just some vague idea. It's the real force that drives how you feel, think, and act. The way you carry yourself, the emotions you hold, and the thoughts you focus on all create an energy field around you. This energy can either attract good things or push them away. When your energy shifts, it changes the way the world responds to you. You see, everything in the universe is energy. People, objects, situations, and even thoughts. When your energy is low, heavy, or negative, it weighs you down and limits what you can do. But when your energy is high, positive, and full of life, it lifts you up and opens doors that were once closed. This is why energy is so important. It's the invisible currency that influences your reality. The first thing to understand is that your energy reflects your inner state. If you're stressed, anxious, or angry, that energy shows in your body language, tone of voice, and the way you interact with others. People pick up on this, even if you don't say a word. Negative energy tends to repel others, create misunderstandings, and keep you stuck in a cycle of frustration. On the other hand, calm, confident, and joyful energy invites connection, trust, and opportunities. When you start to experience a shift in your energy, it usually means you are becoming more aware of yourself and your surroundings. You might feel lighter, more hopeful, or more focused. This new energy is a sign that you're letting go of old burdens, limiting beliefs, and toxic patterns that no longer serve you. It's like clearing out the clutter in your mind and soul, making room for something better to grow. You may also notice that your energy changes how people treat you. Suddenly, you attract people who uplift and support you instead of those who drain or bring negativity. Your relationships improve because your positive energy creates a better environment for healthy connections. When your energy is right, you become magnetic, not because you're trying hard, but because your natural vibe is strong and appealing. This change in energy also influences the opportunities that come your way. When you carry positive energy, you are more likely to see chances for growth and success that you might have missed before. Your creativity flows, your confidence grows, and you're more willing to take risks. This shift opens the door to new experiences that help you move forward in life. Energy is contagious too. When you raise your own energy, you uplift the people around you. Your enthusiasm and positive outlook inspire others to believe in themselves and in the possibilities ahead. This creates a ripple effect that spreads beyond just your own life. The more you nurture your positive energy, the more it affects your community, your work, and your relationships. To cultivate this new energy, you need to be intentional about what you feed your mind and body. Surround yourself with positivity, whether that's people, environments, books, music, or habits that make you feel good. Pay attention to your thoughts and replace negative or self-doubting ones with empowering affirmations. Take care of your physical health through exercise, good nutrition, and rest, because your body and mind are connected. It's also important to let go of energy drains, people, situations, or even habits that pull you down. This might mean setting boundaries, saying no to toxic relationships, or changing unhealthy routines. By protecting your energy, you create space for the new, positive energy to flow freely. When you start living with this renewed energy, your whole outlook on life changes. You become more optimistic, patient, and resilient. Challenges no longer overwhelm you because your energy gives you strength and clarity to face them head on. You feel more connected to your purpose and more aligned with your true self. This shift in energy doesn't mean life will be perfect or free from problems, but it means you have the power to handle whatever comes your way with grace. Your energy becomes a shield and a source of power, helping you move through life's ups and downs without losing your center. Remember, energy is like a magnet. It attracts what matches its frequency. If you want positive change, you have to be the positive change. When you focus on raising your energy, you signal to the universe that you're ready for something better. The doors begin to open and life starts to flow in ways you never imagined. So when you feel this energy shift, pay close attention. It's your life's way of telling you that something big is on the horizon. Embrace it, nurture it, and let it guide you. This new energy is not just a feeling. It's a powerful force that will carry you into the next chapter of your life. It will help you attract the people, opportunities, and experiences you deserve. This is the magic of energy. Once you harness it, your life will never be the same. When you recognize that your mindset is shifting, that's one of the clearest signs your life is about to change. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world, and it shapes every decision, every reaction, and every step you take. When your mindset begins to evolve, it means your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes are transforming, and this has a powerful impact on your reality. A mindset shift isn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's subtle, a new way of thinking sneaking into your daily routine, a fresh perspective emerging from a challenging situation, or a moment of clarity that changes how you see yourself and your potential. But no matter how small it seems at first, this shift signals the start of something big. It's the internal foundation for all the external changes you want to make. One of the biggest obstacles we face is holding on to old beliefs that keep us stuck. These might be thoughts like, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, or this is just how life is. When your mindset shifts, you start to question those old stories. You realize they don't have to define you or control your future. Instead, you begin to replace those limiting beliefs with empowering ones, beliefs that fuel your growth, resilience, and confidence. This new mindset often brings a sense of hope and possibility that wasn't there before. You start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. Challenges become lessons instead of setbacks. Failure becomes a stepping stone instead of a dead end. This change in thinking creates a whole new energy around you because your mind is no longer working against you. It's working for you. The shift in mindset also affects how you handle fear and uncertainty. Before, you might have avoided risks or stayed in your comfort zone because you were afraid of failure or rejection. But as your mindset evolves, fear loses its power over you. You learn to see fear as a signal that you're growing, stepping outside what's familiar and moving closer to your goals. This courage to face the unknown is a huge part of the transformation process. Another important part of a mindset shift is learning to take responsibility for your life. Instead of blaming circumstances, other people, or bad luck, you start to own your choices and their outcomes. This sense of personal responsibility is freeing because it puts the power back in your hands. You realize that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond. And that response shapes your future. When your mindset changes, your relationships often change too. You start to attract people who support your growth and share your values. Toxic relationships or negative influences begin to fade because you no longer tolerate attitudes or behaviors that don't serve your new way of thinking. This creates a healthier, more positive environment for you to thrive in. This new mindset also encourages you to be more patient and persistent. Change rarely happens overnight, but when your mindset is strong, you understand that progress is a journey. You're willing to put in the work, keep learning, and stay committed, even when results seem slow. This long-term focus is what separates those who grow and succeed from those who give up too soon. It's important to nurture this new mindset every day. That means being mindful of the thoughts you allow in your mind and choosing to focus on what empowers you. It means surrounding yourself with positive influences, whether that's books, mentors, friends, or habits that reinforce your new way of thinking. And it means forgiving yourself when old patterns creep back in, knowing that growth is not a straight line, but a process. As your mindset shifts, you'll notice you're no longer trapped by the stories you told yourself before. You begin to think bigger, dream bolder, and believe deeper in your own potential. This mental transformation sets the stage for real, lasting change in your life, because your thoughts are the blueprint for your actions. When you feel this shift happening, lean into it. Reflect on what you've learned, what you're letting go of, and where you want to go next. This is your opportunity to rewrite your story, redefine what's possible, and create a life that aligns with your highest vision. Remember, your mindset shapes your world. When you change your mind, you change your life. This is the power of a mindset shift. It's not just about thinking differently, it's about living differently. It's the doorway to the new life that's waiting for you. So embrace it, nurture it, and watch how everything around you starts to change in amazing ways.